crazy what I'm about to say.
Hey True Beauties, Heather here with today's True Beauty Quick Tip. Today what I'm going to show you guys is how to rock the perfect brows. So I'm going to show you exactly what tools I use to tweeze my brows and also what products I use to fill in my brows to get this look. So I'm actually on my way to go meet up with my girlfriends and we're going to go have some lunch and have a wonderful afternoon together, and I thought, you know what? I need to tweeze my brows. Let's film a quick video since I tend to do my brows after I do my makeup anyway. That's a little secret of mine. So without further ado, I will go into more details. Enjoy the video. See you later, guys. Okay. So to tweeze your brows, you're going to probably think it's kind of funny, like, why is she wearing makeup and like all like ready to rock and roll and head out the door doing her brows? I actually used to think the exact same thing until I kind of switched things up, and now I love doing my brows. It's so much faster, so much easier, and it always is on point. Like, I make the same brows every time and I don't over tweeze or anything like that. So what I used to do is I would have no makeup on. I would have just like, gotten out of the shower and I would do, my brows once a week or whatever. So now what I do is I actually do it on a time when I'm going out, whether it's like a date with my husband, obviously today out with my friends, or, whatever, as long as I have my brows kind of filled in or my brow makeup on. And the reason I do that is because it really allows it so you don't over tweeze, because you can see where you are placing your brow makeup and where you want your brows to be filled in. And you're going to see where there's kind of some strays and where you want to tweeze. So I have a couple of tricks here for you. A couple of tricks up my sleeve, and I'm not wearing sleeves, but that's okay. And what it is, where is my amazing pencil? We're actually going to use this awesome pen. It matches my shirt. And if you don't know this about me already, I love mint. And it's mint. Okay, so we are using 3 different products to tweeze our brows, okay? Number 1, the old trusty tweezers. This one is Revlon. It's great. Okay, number 2. You can tell it's a quick video. I have to get going. So number 2 is just these stainless steel little scissors. These are nice. They're specifically for brows. Don't be just, rocking like giant scissors like this. Not gonna go over well for you. So make sure you use little tweezer or little scissors that are actually for your brows. And then number 3 is I usually use like a pencil or a pen, and I'll show you why in just a moment, okay? Hopefully this one's long enough. So what you're going to do is the guide for the perfect brows. We want to have our pen outside of our right nostril, or whatever nostril, whatever brow you're starting on. And you want to pull it straight up and see how wherever it goes straight up, that's where you want your brow to end. So mine right here ends right where that is. That's where I want it. So I know I don't want any little hairs in there. Then if we hold the pencil across the pupil, so it goes right diagonal, so from the nose here, across the pupil, I'm like not putting it in front of my pupil because I'm trying to see you. So let me put it in front of my pupil, and it'll be right where you want your peak. Hello, there's my peak. And then if you do across this way, so kind of like right from the nostril outside the eye, like right there. Okay, so mine goes just about there. I could probably, mine's basically there. Let's be honest. I could maybe try to go a little bit longer, but I would say that's pretty good. The whole idea is you're trying to create a frame for your face. What happens is some people that are new to brows, they might cut it off really short. Don't worry if you've done that. I totally did that in high school, and I look back and I'm like, what was I thinking? Like, your cheeks look wide. It's just not a good look. So try to grow in those hairs. In the meantime, just, don't stress about it. Just, take a little liner or pencil or something like that and see if you can just fill it in, and just fill it in with little wisps so it looks really natural, or kind of like little hair marks, okay? But don't worry, it will grow back. Mine did. I promise you, you'll be fine. Same thing with here. If you over tweeze, again, I have done this, where you overdo it and it starts way back here. It's totally fine. Just try to fill it in a little bit, and what you can do is you could draw in just little pieces with an eyebrow pen. I really like to use a powder, and just as long as you're drawing them in so it's not too thick, that's really the key. Okay, if you are in the right spot here, okay, then fantastic, good for you. So then you have a nice foundation here to start. Regardless, you'll get there, okay? So then we're using the tweezers. Again, I really like Revlon. Revlon, these are just really good. I feel like it really pulls out the hair. You don't have a lot of criticism when it comes to tweezers, but there are a couple that are really cheap, and you could be there all day long, and I swear it pulls out every other hair except for the one that you want. So don't get those ones. Revlon's pretty good. So let me pull my little mirror closer. I'm just gonna go in there and pull out any straggler.
You feel like that's what you want to do. Hey, go, bring me down.
All right, that's looking definitely more cleaned up. Okay, so now you're wondering, why in the world does this girl have scissors? What is she doing with these scissors? Should I be concerned? So what you're gonna do here, and this is a really great trick just for making your brows look tamed, okay? So they don't get like too crazy. We want them to be nice and kind of have that little, you know, Brooke Shields kind of thick brow look. That's beautiful, and I love it because it brings out your natural beauty. So I'm all about that. But sometimes a girl needs to kind of tame it down a bit, okay? And so here, I can just tell this is getting a little cray-cray, okay? It's getting a little long. So what I need to do is I kind of bush it the opposite way. So if it's kind of growing this way naturally, I'm moving, you'll see, the opposite way, just to make it stand up. And then, let me see if I can do this a little closer. Do you see how it kind of goes like up and then down? I'm just trying to create it so it's a little bit more like straight across, just right here in the front. We're not doing anything back here. So I do have to look in the mirror for this. We're gonna go straight across. Be very careful here. You do not want to overdo it. You'd rather have this part be too long than too short, okay? And you can see there's some like little loose guys there. This should be very subtle. You should not be seeing a dramatic difference here, okay? Dramatic difference is over the top. So, just check it out, a little bit more subtle. And that's basically how to get the perfect brows by tweezing using those 3 products. If you're wanting to fill in your brows, okay, so here what I do is I use, it's called Physician Formula. That's the brand. I just get this at like, I think Target or Walgreens or something like that. And then I use the color, this is the color of this palette is Canyon Classics. And I use this taupe color underneath the ivory color. There's 2 here. This will be good if you have even lighter brows. Then what I'm doing is I'm taking my double-ended shaping brush. This is also by Bare Escentuals, and it has your shadow brush on one end, which I love. I use that in other videos when I'm showing you how to do my eye makeup. And then I use this end, the little angled end, which is actually meant for eyeliner, but I like it for brows because it's so short and stubby. You have so much control over this, and it's on that angle. And then what I do is I start always at the peak. So right here where we showed you, where you draw that line with the pen and you go over the pupil, what we're going to do is always start there to create kind of your base to your look, okay? The reason you don't want to start here, and a lot of people do start here, it is actually shown in the makeup world that if you start here, it can make you look mad. Sometimes what we do is we start with a really heavy arm and then we end up being a little lighter as we go. And if you start here, it could be really, really dark and you could look like you're like angry all the time. So if people ask you if you're pissed off a lot, maybe it's because you're starting your brows there. Think about it, okay? So we're going to start here. I'm totally kidding, by the way. If you can't tell, I'm super sarcastic, so don't be offended. And then once I have this little line right there, you can see it's sort of pretty bold, then I just start to connect the dots a little bit. So filling in, the edge of my brows is very thin just naturally. No matter how much I try to grow it out, it just seems to not. I don't know if I over-tweezed when I was younger or what the deal is. So here, what we're doing is we're kind of just filling in a little thicker and then just start to taper it out so it's not over the top. So when we did the pen trick, I saw I could go a little bit longer. So I'm just gonna go slightly longer. Just a little. And that does actually look better. So maybe I need to grow my brows a bit. Good to know. Oops. It's looking much stronger than the other brow. And then we're just gonna fill in the front. So this is that area where you look kind of angry. This is cool to fill this in a little bit. And there you go. So then moving to the opposite side.
Happiness is you. Clap along if you feel.
All right, that's looking pretty good. Okay, so last but not least, what I use a product. It's just a clear mascara to actually hold the brows in place. This is Maybelline. It's Great Lash. I'm sure you've seen this in the grocery store. It's one of the most popular mascaras out there. I don't use this for my mascara, but I use it for my brows. Of course, it's just a clear one. I'm not rocking like black mascara on my brows. And I'm just going in like an upward motion. So think of those hairs where I was saying kind of follow the hair. We're doing that same thing, focusing on that little peak, and then even on the edge, it kind of gives you a little bit more of like a, I don't know, it sort of just lifts the eye a little bit when you end whooshing up versus having it go down.
Clap along if you know what happiness is you. Hey.
Let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you have any questions on brows. I know brows can be a little bit stressful, especially if you're new to them. So let me know any questions you have, and I'll be sure to guide you through that. In the meantime, I'll jot down all the steps below on exactly what I did. See you later, guys, and in the meantime, don't forget, be balanced, be true, be proud to be you.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching today's True Beauty Quick Tip. If you like what you see and for more confidence building tips on how to be a beauty from the inside out, remember to subscribe to our channel and connect with us at truebeautymovement.com. That's TRU without the E, Beauty Movement. Love you guys. Until next time, remember, be balanced, be true, and proud to be you.